Guys, today's video on the EAA Girsan Witness 2311 Match X. Not many guns surprise me, guys. This is definitely one of them. Awesome video for you today. Let's get into it. Before we jump into first rounds, guys, I always want to give you full transparency on how we go about getting products here on the channel for review. I was over visiting Mikey over Ventura Munitions the other day, and I saw this like old school igloo looking red cooler, and I thought somebody just shipped their gun in that, and he's like, no, it's like this summer vibe package that EAA Girsan is doing with the Witness 2311 Match X, and I was like, no way. And being a 90s kid, you know, growing up in the 90s, I was like, man, I want that cooler. And then, you know, seeing that, you know, it's a double stack 1911 that has the island style comp, I was like, screw it, let me buy this thing. So Mikey did give me like a 10% discount on it, so I did get a discount on it, but we did purchase it with our own money, guys. I got no affiliation with EAA or Girsan. They have no idea I'm doing this video. I'm just a big fan of double stack 1911s. You guys know one of my favorites is my Staccato XC with the island style, you know, island barrel comp. This has that same style of compensator, so I figured let's pick it up. I did, and now let's jump into first rounds. All right, guys, first rounds with the EAA Witness 2311 X Match. Girsan, long name. Gun is surprisingly light. I know right away you guys are thinking, how's it compared to the XC? Well, compared to my XC, it feels light because my XC has a metal Chile grip. Action feels decent. It's not like stupid buttery smooth, but it is pretty smooth. I'm shooting some SuperVel, 115 grain, certified select. Here we go. Let's see. That's not bad. That felt pretty good, guys. Slide's not over hot, serration's easy to grab. That was surprising. I will say the front fiber optic has already popped out on the first, I don't know, 15, 17 rounds. Not a huge deal. I can just put a new one in, but yeah, the front fiber is gone. But man, the dot just stayed right where I was shooting. My first two shots were in the same hole, so that's why I just said screw it and started speeding up. These were my first two shots right here. And right after that, I was like, screw it, pop, 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 pop. And even at that faster cadence, I only had one Charlie, the rest Alpha. And mind you, all I did was slave the dot to the irons, to the front iron, I should say. And well, it's got a real one built into this SIG optic, the Romeo X. We're gonna get it zeroed after we do first rounds. I like to zero after that. That way you guys can actually see our first initial reaction. This one especially, before we do our zeroing. So I'm gonna have Marco shoot it now, see what he thinks. But yeah, first 15 rounds, not bad at all.
So we got the Witness Match X, actually a very sought after gun these days. It's the XC we have at home. Shoots very smooth. The trigger needs to be cleaned up. It's a little heavy, but it's a cheap gun. Very surprising result. So it shoots very well with that port like that. I'm kind of surprised. I will say off the bat though, I do not like the grip size. It is kind of chunky.
It's like the old school STI
a little bit
grip.
like old school. Yeah, it's
like,
thick.
Like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
It feels lighter though.
Yeah, shoots pretty good.
I might just be used to my XC having a metal grip though.
Yeah, this is a bigger one. Usually what I would do is grip reduction, but it shoots.
All right, she shoots, but can she group? 25 yards out, phone's recording downrange so you guys can see as we group. And yeah, let's see how it does. Ready, Marco?
Yep.
All right, let's take a look. So obviously I need to make a few more adjustments to get center, but I mean, that's a lucky 4-leaf clover, man. That's 4 rounds touching. My one flyer, of course. With the flyer, we're talking, what, furthest to furthest is 1.5 inches. And then the 4-leaf clover grouping, let's see, yeah, be that. That is a 1/2 inch group. That is very impressive and very surprising out of the Turkish XC.
Witness.
So I want to say MSRP on this is $11.49, guys. So probably street price going to be, I don't know, I'd say $10.49, maybe 11. But you'll have to see when they hit the stores or what they are now. But I want to say my Staccato XC is $4,400 retail. So literally 1/4 the cost, and was able to produce results like that. That's pretty awesome. Very surprising.
That was good. That was very good.
All right, time for build drills, guys, with the 2311 Witness Match X Girsan Turkey XC. Feels solid. 166. I got 14 splits in there. I want to say I got, what is that? 2 Charlie, 4 Alpha for a 166. Let's go again. $166. 14 splits again. 14, 15, 16. She is consistent. And that's easy to do. Man, this is surprising.
Gun's nice. Does a good job.
2 Charlies, 4 Alphas again. A 156, 13 splits. First shot was an 8.8, but I want to say might have been 2 mics in the very first 2 rounds. So I'm thinking 2 mics, 2 Charlies, 2 Alphas. That is no bueno. 156 is nice, but not at what it cost me. $157, 13 split in there. 1 Charlie, 5 Alpha. I want to get it clean. 157 is nice though. Ooh, that was a good draw. 172. I got a 12 split in there. So you look here, bottom right corner, fastest split was a 12. And it was easy to track the dot on that one. But 2 Charlie, 5 Alpha. $155, 13 split. Is that clean, Marco?
I can't see that one on the right. I think that was there. I'm not sure.
I guess we'll just have to go again. Oh, trigger freeze, and it was also clean. That was a 1-4 with, look at all those 13 splits. So that'd have been a 153 ideally. Dude, that's impressive for this thing. We'll go again, but I'm very surprised.
Yeah, out of the box.
I did bring my XC, guys, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna bring that out here, and then I'm getting warmed up and see how I do with it. But this is surprising. 2 Charlies there for a 160 with 14 splits. This thing is just easy to shoot, guys. Like, man, very impressed. I honestly was expecting, like, hey, it's decent, but no, like, this is.
It's very usable.
Yeah.
Extremely
like, I'd go shoot a match with this.
Yeah, out of the box. Good to go.
I do have my gripes. Right now, I can tell you, we'll get to, like, I'll go into more detail, but I don't like the OptiCut because I hate the RMSC shit, especially on full-size guns. And I do wish the trigger was lighter. But even with this trigger, I'm getting 13 and 14 splits. Yeah. But typically on my XC, I can get it down to like 11s and 12s. Speaking of which, let me go grab that. All right, guys. Got my Staccato XC here. I do have a stainless steel Chile grip on here, so definitely a little bit of a heavier gun. The action is just way more buttery smooth than the, what is it, Match X, which is to be expected. We're talking 4 times the price. 507 comp from Holliston on here. I'm warmed up, so hopefully my splits and build drill times are looking similar. Here we go. Got 1 mic, 156 off the rip, 13 split. First shot was an 8.3, but I do have 1 Charlie, 1 mic, 4 Alpha. That was a 1.6. Got a split, a 12 split in there. You guys will see 160 total, 12 split in the bottom right. And that looks like it is 3 Charlie, 3 Alpha. We'll go again. Oh, that was almost all clean. That's a 155, 14 split. And that is 5 Alpha, 1 Charlie that I threw high. I was shooting them all right about here. And then the 5th shot was right there. So, my Staccato XE, I did a little better, a little cleaner from these couple of runs. But we were talking about, what is it, diminishing returns? So, yep. At 4x the price, am I getting my money's worth in regards to speed and accuracy? Well, I guess it would be subjective, because in a major match, yeah. In a major match, you're talking
slight, but I mean it's enough where it just adds up, especially stage to stage.
I feel like it's enough if you're in that, if you're that high level of shooting, it's enough that it's going to make a difference. For 99% of us out there, no. Like, don't get me wrong, my Staccato XE in this configuration, I have 2 of them. This full metal grip setup's one of my favorite guns to shoot. I am damn surprised at that Match X, the 2311 from Girsan EAA collab, or same company. I'm not sure exactly how that works. But yeah, I mean, I'll say it right now, if you're somebody out there and you're like, I really want an XC, but I just can't justify spending $4,400 on it, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with getting that Match X.
And then you can spend the extra money in the ammo, which will, in turn...
I do feel like I'm the kind of person, though, if I did buy that, it's going to just... It's like what I did with my motorcycles, guys. I bought the Ninja ZX4RR, and that ended up making me want and go and get... I bought a BMW S1000RR. So, literally, same. So, I would say that. I think that if you got the EAA Girsan 2311 Match X, it's going to end up making... If you go out and shoot it and you're really running it to the paces and doing everything, it's going to end up making you want to get one of these.
We got the Witness Match X. Let's try some doubles.
Stand by. You got 13, 15, 13, 14.
Threw a couple low on the first shot, but extremely controllable gun. Like, it is, it's extremely surprising, the results for the cost. Like, it's punching well above its price tag. Like, this is a gun I would literally probably buy just to have around. And that's
with all the private instruction you give, that'd be such a gun that you could give to a student, and they'd be like, "Oh, I wish I had this," and you can go, "Well, it's only $1,000 bucks.
$1,000, and
so you can go get this."
It goes like it's going. Trigger's a little bit spongy, but that can be changed. It just goes, man. Like, it feels my old Costa carry. That's what it feels like. Poured like that. Freaking great.
Now, before Marco jumps into his trigger breakdown, guys, got my Wheeler Engineering trigger scale here. And we're going to see what this EAA Witness 2311 Match X trigger. Out of the box, guys, the trigger feels good. It's just, in comparison to my out of the box Staccato XC trigger, this is much lighter. So, which is to be expected. But the trigger is not bad, by all means. I'd say it's probably around like 3.5 pounds. That's my guess. But let's see. We'll take 3 or 4. So 3 pounds, 3 ounces there, 3.2 ounces. Let's go again. £3 pounds, 4 ounces, 4.6. And let's go one more. £3 pounds, 9 ounces. So I would say if you average that out, it's probably around like 3.6, so just under 3.5 pounds. So my guess was pretty on with how it felt. Now, grabbing my Staccato XC, which, like I said before, this is smooth, but this is buttery stupid smooth. This is like ball bearings, glass, rails, you name it. And then feeling this trigger now. Should save these down here. We're talking 8.4 ounces. £1 pound, 3 ounces. £1 pound, 2 ounces. So just over a pound here and just over 3 pounds here is what you'd be looking at. So we'll have Marco jump into the trigger breakdown now for you guys, but yeah, again, this thing is pleasantly surprising us.
So Marco here, continuation on the trigger breakdown. Let's see the take up. So take up's there. There's the wall. Brakes about, yeah, feels like a 4-pounder. Reset, brake, reset, brake. Very predictable. Not like sandy. It's actually pretty smooth. It does feel kind of spongy though. Very easy to shoot fast. The gun is pretty much full semi-auto.
So guys, throughout today's range session, we've been using a variety of different double stack 1911, 2011 mags, everything from the Springfield Prodigy Duramag collabs to Staccato mags, Checkmate, Triarch, Kimber, T-Sauce, you name it. We brought it out here to try, just to let you guys, see and figure out which ones are working. We did notice the malfunctions that we did get today were with one particular Kimber mag. I just think it's a faulty Kimber mag. I think I had issues with that particular mag in my other videos as well, so it might just be that mag, but for the most part everything has been running no problems. Now guys, whenever we have ported or compensated firearms on the channel, I like to grab 3 different grains of 9mm for you and see what the recoil looks like in super slow-mo. So I got a magazine loaded here, 5 rounds of 115, 5 rounds of 124, and then 5 rounds of some 147. Let's see how it does. First 5 115s. Second set of 5 124s. Last set of 5 147s. Now from that slow-mo footage, guys, let us know if we saw the fiber optic pop out of the front sight again. I'm curious in the 240 frames that we were shooting this in. But for that slow-mo footage, guys, we were shooting the SuperVel 115, 124, and 147 grain 9mm. Now, before we jump into final thoughts, guys, I just wanted to go over some holster information for you. This is the QVO Tactical secondary on the waistband holster. It's going to feature multiple points of adjustable retention. We make them with and without lights, so you can have your light-bearing, your non-light-bearing models. I own QVO Tactical here in Las Vegas, guys. We've been making holsters for about 12 years now. And we do have a section on our website that's called Other 2011s, which encompasses all of the other double stack 1911s on the market, like this Witness 2311 Match X. Now, a couple things to note. On the website, there'll be a notes category, a notes like area where you can write, hey, I'm ordering this holster. You're going to want the 5-inch model, but you can note, hey, I have the Witness 2311 Match X, and we're going to fit it to that exact gun. And the reason that we have that is because this particular gun, the frame here where the rail is, it's actually about a little less, probably like a 16th to an 1/8 inch wider than your standard 2011 spec, and that makes it super snug in your standard 2011 holster. So what we do is when we actually fit to this actual gun, we're going to end up using the correct spacers. These are extra large spacers that will make it to where you can adjust it and have it as tight or as loose as you want. Because with the regular spacers in there, the gun, you probably won't be able to get it out. It'll be so tight. But we do make them with adjustable Phillips head screws, so you can just loosen it if you want, but you're going to want it with these extra large spacers. So we appreciate the support. Definitely check out our website. Like I said, we've been making holsters for the last 12 years, and yeah, appreciate it, guys. Let's jump into final thoughts now. Now it's time for final thoughts, guys. So Marco, EAA Girsan Witness 2311 Match X, not the X Match like I've been calling it. What do you think, dude?
Would buy. Witness. Freaking would buy all day. The cost is it's ridiculously inexpensive for what it is. It's punching well above its price tag. They can charge double and people will still buy it. It just shoots flat like your XC or the my old Costa carry. I would change the grip and the trigger, and I usually like to pin my rear beaver tail safety on all my 2011s anyway, but that's just on me. The gun would buy all day. I just don't like the optic cut, which you want the bigger optic for a full-size gun. Cheaper for them to do though, just because it's kind of.
I think since it's being manufactured over in Europe, like that's just my understanding. That's the more common.
It is.
Like for U.S., it's RMR is the optic cut we're used to, whereas in Europe they're used to the RMSC footprint.
Yeah. Things I don't like, the grip is kind of chunky. It feels very plasticky.
It feels very airsofty, but for some reason I like it. It makes me think of like the old school Gen 1 STI.
With like the splatter patterns.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Used to do that. Yeah. Trigger is okay. It feels kind of spongy. It's smooth though, just spongy. But it is what it is for the cost. I would definitely buy this. Like I would shoot this for PCSL all day for competition division.
You guys, I know you're asking in the comments, is it as good as the XC? No, flat out no. Is it good? Yes. Is it as good as my XC? No. Fit and finish isn't as good. It's a little gritty. The XC just feels like it's on ball bearings. The frame, so the frame where the weapon light rail is, it's out of spec. What I mean by that, I have my Surefire X300 on here. I ended up having to tap this crossbar with a mallet to get it through, and I've had to do it on other European guns, and it shaves the plastic crossbar down just a little bit so I can get it to line up flush. Otherwise, the light sticks out forward. So that's something you're gonna have to do if you get it, or run, I think if you run a Streamlight, you could probably get a different key to make it flush with like a TLR1 HLX. But if you want the X300 on here, you are gonna have to shave down the crossbar or even the QD, whatever you stick on there. It's not gonna be at the right placement to make it flush like it should be. Like Marco said, the optic cut, not a fan of the RMSC. I don't like the smaller optics. But I mean, you could go and get, I believe there's a few companies that are making RMSC to RMR adapter plates.
Yeah, a little plate.
You would lose your co-witness most likely, so that's something to think about. If you don't care about the co-witness, then not a big deal. The trigger to me out of the box is fine. 3 pounds, a little over 3 pounds. I was shooting stupid fast bill drills right out of the box with this thing, so I'm happy with that. So again, is it as good as my XC? No, but is it worth the 1049 or 1149 or whatever price point? Hell yes, definitely, 100%. I think if another company that was more well-known in the double stack 1911 world made this gun with their name on it and charged closer to $2,000, I think people, ourselves included, would probably be going, hey, this is a good buy. I think at near the price point of around $1,000, I think it's a smoking deal. I like that they did, the marketing team over there, kudos to you guys, because packaging it in that igloo style old cooler was such a cool thing. I do wish that it had like custom foam and shit inside. It was just kind of like in plastic bags inside. But the fact that you get that cooler is nice, especially shooting in the desert. You could bring it with you, throw ice in it, and really use it. I thought that was a really cool marketing package. But magwell, grip, all of it, out of the box, guys. Like, I think 90%, 99% of you guys out there that pick this up because you're like, man, I really want an XC, you're going to be getting your money's worth. You're going to be stupid happy with it. We had Kevin start shooting this thing from 20 yards out on that mini ADAP, and he was just plinking and crazy, hitting round after round. It works, man.
Yeah, like it blows every other 2011 in that price range out of the water, in my opinion. Like it's not even close anymore.
Yeah, you guys were asking about budget, like double stack 1911s.
Like this.
Like I like the Mac 9 DS comp too. That's a really good buy, but that's not an island style comp like this one is. And I was like zooming in with my iPhone. You should see the B-roll here. This comp looks like it's fully machined with the barrel, guys. It doesn't. I don't see a seam in the front at all. So that leads me to believe that they're machining this entire barrel and comp as one piece, which is the way you want to do it.
Yeah.
So it's not, it doesn't, somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, if on the specs it says something different, but when you look in there at the machining, there's no seam. So it looks like it's all one piece, which is awesome. I like where the serrations are at. They're in an easy spot to get to in rack. Marco found the fiber optic on the ground, so I just popped it back in there. I think from the heat of us burning, I think we're around 400 rounds right now, a little over 400 rounds. Only issues we had were with a couple different magazines, one Kimber mag and one like old school,
It's like
where's that? Yeah, Gen 1 STI mag that I had. And that's probably the spring in it. So other than that, 400 rounds, we only had, I'd say, less than 5 malfunctions.
Yeah,
And we did notice 2 of them, we checked the mag, and it was that exact same Kimber mag that I had from the 2K11 review that we did. But yeah, guys.
Outstanding gun.
Yeah, I'm happy with this purchase. A lot of you guys, I get questions about like, hey, what gun has surprised you the most, or what's been like in the last year? This is up there. Like, I love when you can find a smoking good deal, and at what these are priced at, it is a smoking good deal. So if you're somebody that is in the market and you're like, I want to step into the double stack 1911/2011 world, this is a good one. And if you're local, our friends over at Ventura, I do believe they have some. If you're not local, they will ship to your FFL. So, dude, hey, EAA, Girsan, congrats. This was a sleeper. Like, and good job on the packaging, because had I not seen that red igloo, I would have not even been paying attention. And that, I was like, you know what, I'm going to get it. It's a platform that I like. It's a really cool case. It'll make for a cool video. And yeah, it all worked out. So I would spend probably, you could probably spend another $1,000, get an adapter plate, get a different grip. You can get a metal Chile grip. You could probably get like a red dirt trigger.
Yep.
And I'd say, you know, $2,000 in, and you have a gun that is very damn near close to what you're trying to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then spend the rest of the money on ammo.
At half the cost.
Exactly. Use the rest of the money on
As
ammo.
is, guys, we're talking 1/4 the cost, literally.
Yeah.
Like 11 times 4 would
Crazy.
be 44. My XC was 4,400 when I bought it, and this is at 1,100. So,
Unbelievable.
yeah. It ate all the SuperVel, guys. We ran through, 400 plus rounds of their certified select, and it ate it no problems. So let us know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Marco, appreciate you coming out, dude. It's very cool too, guys, when he's surprised by something.
Yeah, because I'm like, most of these guns are boring to me because like I shoot a lot of guns already. This, absolutely not boring. Very, very fun.
So I think we can all agree when you find a good deal, it's exciting, and like we want to share it with you guys. So, but let us know what you think down below. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, Marco, thanks for coming out here in 107 degrees. That's all we got for you guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one.